This is where we're doing the arrow. Got a couple of prints. Kind of look at.
And a picture.
That one.
Show me the picture first.
That one.
That's what we were looking at.
So I'm using this picture. Kind of see it's upside down, so I'm drawing it upside down on his head.
It's been about like an hour.
It's been an hour.
And. You ready? You ready?
Look at this.
Up. We
It's
haven't
not turning out too bad.
We haven't gone up yet, but this was the big difficult time. I'm a little bit afraid to show any emotions. Oh wow, that looks even better on camera.
On camera, doesn't it? Once I do that back part, I'm telling you, it's gonna look awesome.
And of course, as soon as he's done with this, I am doing a Zuko scar on my friend Steven, which won't take nearly.
My face over.
Yeah, we've got face paint, and then I've got this weird, creepy skin junk.
Creepy skin.
Yes, it's here. Let's show it off. It's like putty.
It's like sticky.
It's sticky and gross, and it's gonna be on his face. But he's used to having sticky gross things on his face.
Yeah. The arrow looks awesome.
Yeah.
Arrowhead, anyways.
I'm glad we did it in black and not blue.
Yeah, me too.
Because the blue would have been like me.
All right, let's finish it.
Hells yeah. I need something. I need fabric.
You can see both Steven and Peter actively trying to get the top part of the tattoo
Arrow done, yeah.
correct.
How does it look on camera?
Very nice, actually. You can definitely tell you have an arrow on your head.
Got the alcohol in it a little bit. You feel it?
Has it been comfortable? You know what I mean? If they make sure you for water and use the restroom and everything before they started.
No, they've been starving me.
Okay.
The arrow looks from here kind of.
He needs to be a monk, therefore we need to starve him.
They're using paint too. Wow, you're a media art project now, Alex.
What are they doing? Oh, they're wiping something off.
Yeah, they're wiping something off. Sorry.
Rubbing alcohol is the only way this crap comes off. Well, not the pen, but the eyeliner.
Decoration.
Well,
Very
hey,
nice.
at least it's creative and it works. But you really are now a media project. You really are a multimedia.
This is we probably spent what, like 2 hours on this, Stephen?
After we're done, we can skin his head.
What?
Mounted on somebody's wall. Well, whose wall would it go on? Your wall, Pete, or Steven's wall? Okay, but go on your wall. Gotcha.
I'm gonna come back and get it and kill him.
There are actually people that do that. They donate their tattoos.
That's weird.
Well,
Not really. It's actually a pretty unique tattoo. It's almost
obviously
worthwhile.
not when they're alive.
Of course not. It's when they're dead. Part of their will, probably.
Exactly. In their will, and they skin them. And they...
That's gonna be a fun job for the coroner.
That's really creepy.
Take flesh off this and do not mess up that tattoo. I want it on my wall. Fuck you, man. She's your mom.
That's like really, really, really weird.
It's not unusual though. Haven't you seen in museums mummified tattoos before, Alex?
No.
Oh, they're really cool to look
I'm
at.
talking like really, really...
I mean, Pete's talking about like fresh ones, ones that like not even a decade old.
Actually, there are some really old ones.
Oh yeah, I assume so. Yes.
Recent ones, but just like you said, there are some really, really old ones.
My friends are all weird.
Yep, but at least we're weird on the same wavelength, instead of weird in our own little sphere and can't connect with anybody.
Right. That's okay.
I don't completely understand that, but we'll go with that.
I believe you.
I understood it. Pete, you simple-minded fool. I mean, I love you.
Yeah, you might not want to piss off the guy that's drawing on your head.
Steven? I'm not pissing off Steven. As far as I know.
I'm not shorter than I am.
Come closer.
Can't see you.
Pete, you are a giant.
Yeah, now you're a giant.
You are a god among men. Actually, he's really short.
Alright, here's the arrow. Can I turn towards the
Yeah, I'll turn towards the light.
light? Look at that. We did it all the way down.
Here, wait, let me turn my head to the light.
All the way down. Got the grid and everything. That looks nice too.
We gotta get the manga book out for that.
We are currently at the mall now. Finally going to get our tickets. And it's been one trip, let me tell you. Alex got his arrow on his head.
And I got Momo too.
He's got Momo. I got the scar. So we're here. Go ahead, just walk.
Did you get a good shot
Yeah.
of it? Dude, that scar looks epic. That really does. So I have just gotten back home from the Last Airbender midnight premiere. It's about 5:30 in the morning. We went and ate at Waffle House afterwards. And we talked about the movie extensively. And it seems like the common consensus is that the movie was okay. It was pretty good. Wasn't great. Wasn't terrible. But had a lot of room for improvement. But it definitely could have been much worse. I do not think that I could have possibly had a more difficult time than I did tonight with everyone. For starters, everything got started later than we had planned. And it wasn't really anyone's fault, but the Arrow we were supposed to start on that at like 2, but I didn't even get up till 2 because I was up till 6 editing. And then my friend, he got caught up doing something else until 4. And my friend Daniel was supposed to meet us, but he worked security, got into a fight with a pregnant chick, and she bit him, so he ended up at the hospital getting a tetanus shot. So he didn't even make the movie, and we kind of figured that he wouldn't, but I mean, he had an entire year to take this day off, and he ends up in the hospital. So that was a fail. The Arrow took way longer than I could have ever imagined. We had to keep erasing and positioning stuff, but it turned out beautifully. And then my video, I had my pre-Airbender video where I just give some of my thoughts before the movie, and reveal that my head is in fact shaved for the first time. That was supposed to be up on June 30th. I was aiming for like 5 o'clock the latest, but it just didn't get done, and it's now 5:30 in the morning on July 1st, and it is still processing, so it might not even be up on YouTube until 6, which is of course before this video will be up, because I'm not even going to bother trying to edit this and post it tonight. But, anyways, we're about to leave to go to the movie, and I'm trying to wait for this video to get done, and then I realized that it's gonna be like another hour before it's done rendering. So we go ahead and leave, and I'm angry that my video is not done. And I also was supposed to have a t-shirt for this movie. That was designed by some of my friends. I'm not entirely sure who thought of it originally, but it was put together by Steven's girlfriend and her friends, Bethany and Carrie. The only problem is that my shirt was still wet because they did it last minute. I asked them to do it like 3 days ago, but whatever they had that took up all their time prevented them from getting that done on time. So we put it in the trunk, hoping that maybe it would be dry by the time we got up to the theater. We get up to the theater, and it was like they had just put the paint on. It was still wet. It's dry now, but there's no point in wearing it now. It's still cool, and I'm still going to wear it. But, I mean, the entire point was, you know, oh, don't go see Twilight, go see Airbender for midnight. But whatever. So that was another fail. Now, Steven was driving, and during our trip up to the theater, Steven's phone, his iPhone, which has a GPS, started pointing him the wrong way. I'm not sure, but it wasn't working properly, and we ended up making a turn, going the wrong way down a one-way street. Now, my younger sister Julie and my other sister Annabelle and a friend of mine are riding behind, and they turned down too. And next we know, lights! So we get pulled over. We've got about 20 minutes before the film starts, and we are on the side of the road with the police. So we have to explain to him what happened. Luckily, we got off with just a warning, and we were able to go. So then we get to the actual movie, and we are stuck on the third row, which means I was watching the movie like this. Hey, that's pretty cool. But no, there's more. On our way back, Steven's girlfriend calls him and says that she has a flat tire. So we have to pull over and change a tire on our way back from the movie. I honestly didn't think that anything could possibly get worse. All in all, it was just a ridiculous night. The movie was pretty good, but I don't think it really made up for the amount of stress that I had to deal with. We had 15 people going. I will never do that again. I'm sorry, but it's just not happening. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3 friends, maybe 4 or 5, but that is it. I'm never doing this big event ever again. I'm literally about to fall asleep.